All of this has got to go.
Monique has big plans for a second home in New Orleans.
The kitchen is gonna have to be gutted. Yeah, that would have to be gutted too.
I'm a designer. I need to put my touch on it.
Her husband, Tim, a contractor, is focused on the bottom line.
Budget for Monique is non-existent sometimes, and
That's not true.
Can they find a place where Monique's vision won't break the bank?
This congestion is concerning me.
Just like I said, it costs money to do that.
Colleen, he's on board.
He's on board. I don't know how we got there, but he...
I know we have to spend a little money, but I don't want to go overboard.
We're home.
Hey,
Hi,
Sean.
Jean-Luc.
You want a grilled cheese sandwich?
Sure.
My name is Monique. This is my husband, Tim. We've been married for 18 years now.
How's it going?
Good, good. Hey, Luke.
We have 2 lovely little boys.
There you go. All yours.
I'm an interior designer. Tim is a contractor. We've been working together for some time now.
Is that going to be in all the windows?
No, just for this bedroom.
Okay.
Right.
It works out real well. When he comes in, lays out all the design work, and then turns it over to me to execute. It's a good marriage, both professionally and personally.
Monique and Tim love living in Lafayette, Louisiana. But with their design business expanding to New Orleans, the 2-hour drive is becoming a problem.
Lafayette is a great place to live and to be, but now that we're doing so much work in New Orleans, it's very, very inconvenient.
Tim, don't forget the plans.
When they meet with clients or oversee projects, they stay in hotels, which is becoming a grind.
Okay, so he has the finials for the hinges as well, because that has to be replaced.
I know that, but I have not opened up the boxes yet.
It's hard to constantly be focused with clients 8-10 hours a day and then go back to a hotel room.
Because New Orleans never sleeps. And living in hotels, you hear partiers at 2 in the morning.
And you're not
in your
doing
room.
it.
And we're not doing it. So, yeah.
So they've decided to buy a second home for themselves in New Orleans.
Just having a place where we can set it up with our own personal items would be really nice for us to have at this time.
It's got to work as a business place, as a place for our family, and also as a pied-à-terre for my clients to be able to come to New Orleans and enjoy.
And since this home will also serve as a showcase of their work, Monique plans to apply her personal touch.
I know that I'm going to gut whatever I find. I'm a designer. I need to put my touch on it.
Helping them is New Orleans-based real estate broker Colleen Loria.
Katrina happened, quite a number of years ago. As a native, I know what a big impact it had on my life and my kids' lives. Now the city really has seen a resurgence, and it's good to see people like Monique and Tim having the faith in our city to come and invest their money, and it's a big step. I know your taste and I know your style, and it's very high-end, so do you know where you want to be?
The French Quarter, obviously.
Okay.
Right. Business district, the warehouse district.
Okay.
They'd prefer to get a 2-bed, 2-bath condo with secure parking.
And Tim is a big cook, so I don't know how much you'll be cooking here, but I'm imagining something
But like
that
something
would
that's
be...
functional, that's not a box, matchbox. Our
Okay.
families love Mardi Gras.
Okay.
So we'd like something maybe close to a parade route.
Okay. One of the big drivers in this is going to be what your budget is.
Our budget's around $300,000 mark.
I think we need to lift the budget because square footage is a big deal for me. I don't want a place that's very small.
I still would like to maintain a normal, decent budget because of the renovation and the interior design budget may be excessive.
How much dollar in renovations?
It depends. It depends on what type, what
We don't have a budget.
renovations. We do.
Budget for Monique is non-existent sometimes, and
That's not true.
Due
That's
to her,
not
due to her
there.
clientele, sometimes the budget's not issues.
Let's just be open about it.
I mean, like open, as in checkbook open, or
We're going to find a bridge between the two.
Yeah, we'll find something that I like.
With charm.
So guys, y'all said y'all wanted to look at a place in the quarter, and we are right in the heart of the French Quarter. The place we're looking at today is about 900 square feet, and it's literally a stone's throw from Bourbon Street. So it's right over here. That's it right there.
Oh, it's precious. I like the color.
It was converted from a 4-unit multifamily into 4 different condominiums. So
what about parking, Colleen?
Well, that's the thing about the French Quarter. You're not going to get a deeded parking space.
Wow, it's
There we go.
nice and bright and tall and...
How much is it?
This one's listed at $349.
I was real pleased once Colleen told me the selling price of the unit, which gives me a little bit of flexibility with our renovations.
But it's 900 square feet?
It's 900 square feet. You're going to get less square footage here, but you are in the French Quarter, and so
Right.
you're paying a premium to be right in the middle of all the action. The house is about 120 years old, so it's going to have all those great architectural features that are high quality. This is what we call a shotgun house. So when you're at the front door, if you shot a shotgun through the back, you'd be able to hit every room. Essentially what you were standing in is the living room. This is actually one of the bedrooms. So even though it's not independent, you have to walk through it to get to the back of the property.
So I'm not really crazy about that.
Right.
I don't like the idea of having to parade through a bedroom to get to a kitchen.
What's the option? I know they have an alley right here. What if we were to move the front entrance to here and make this a foyer, make this a bedroom?
I mean, that's a great idea, Tim, and that's what a lot of people do. Monique, I know you have great ideas, and you're not going to be thrilled with this because it's a little small and awkward, but...
I think that it has potential. I would request that we gut the whole thing. I think we should hug all of the walls with the cabinetry, build in the fireplace in the design. There's potential, but this would have to completely come out. What is this?
That is a little pantry.
Okay.
That's fine. We just have to build some nice shelving in it. This is the half bath.
It is a full bathroom.
It is a full bath.
Right.
Yeah.
Welcome to the French Quarter, Monique.
Yeah, that would have to be gutted too.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, isn't that sweet? It's open, it's airy, again, tall ceilings, great windows.
Good crown molding.
But you know, oh, okay, the washer and dryer is not working. Cannot happen. However, we have space in that pantry in the kitchen that we could move this to.
So this is something I think y'all are going to be really excited about. This would be your own private courtyard, which
like
in the
this.
French Quarter is almost impossible to come by. And you've got this separate space that was a carriage house originally. It's more like a shed now. But it's available for purchase separately from the unit, and it's $60,000. Now, it's as is, it's pretty raw.
Could be used as a mother-in-law suite of some sort.
Or an office.
Or an office.
Right.
So that's good
That'll
to
work.
know.
Well, this is what I envision the French Quarter home looks like.
I mean, it's definitely got the charm that we're looking for. I mean, Colleen, give us your input.
The big thing y'all need to realize is that even though there are a lot of family events, there are a lot of kid-friendly events that go on in the French Quarter, there are a few events that are decidedly adults only, that you might not feel comfortable having your kids right in the middle of.
Well, I mean, we just get a calendar in advance.
I'm a little bit concerned about having to pull back on some of the dates because of the festivities that may happen in the quarter that aren't age appropriate for my children. So we'll just have to look at that and see.
Coming up,
Colleen and I had a little bit of a discussion, and we decided that we should up the budget.
can Monique be reined in?
There's some things in here that are going to have to be changed.
Now, the cash register just keeps ringing.
Wow, those look good.
Where are you from?
We're actually from Lafayette. That's where we live. But we're looking for a place here near the French Quarter. I get so much energy from the quarter first thing in the morning.
Right.
When the streets are still wet from them cleaning them from the night before of sin.
Right.
Monique is inspired to buy a second home in New Orleans, which she can transform into a showcase of her work. But her contractor husband, Tim, is keeping a tight rein on the budget.
Tim and I are looking at this from two different points of view. He's looking at it from how much money we're going to spend. I'm looking at it as it's got to have my stamp on it.
Tim liked the price of a condo in the French Quarter, but Monique was concerned that it's a bit small and that its location right by Party Central Bourbon Street isn't ideal for children. Today, they're going to look at a bigger condo in the Central Business District, which is more family-friendly.
This is really close to the St. Charles Avenue streetcar line. It'll take you all the way down through Uptown. It'll take you down to the quarter.
That is great. I love that.
This is a building with garage parking space in the back. We've got a secure building.
Okay, that's great.
This was a converted warehouse, 15 units in the building. The bad news is it's more in Monique's price range.
How is Monique's budget and my budget different?
Colleen and I had a little bit of a discussion, and we decided that we should up the budget a little bit.
By what?
We've been looking in the neighborhood of the mid-threes at properties that you would probably put maybe $100,000. So this is listed at $499, but most of everything here is already done.
You know Monique. I mean,
Right.
bottom line is
Right.
nothing is cheap when she does things. So if we're
So we
200,000 over the budget, that means if it's not what you like, which I know it's probably not going to be all what you like, that's another 100,000. I built a couple of houses with her through our marriage, and I know what she expects, I know what she likes, and I know how she operates. I know we have to spend a little money, but I don't want to go overboard.
Okay, guys, here you go.
Wow.
Gonna make you forget about the price, Tim.
No, not really.
I definitely love the space. It feels open and airy, like you can breathe in here, and that's very important to me. I'm really glad that we had the opportunity to look at this space because I wanted Tim to see firsthand what 500,000 could buy us in terms of square footage. But the reality is there's some things in here that are gonna have to be changed. Like the kitchen is gonna have to be gutted. We will have to consider maybe some beautiful hardwood
Right.
floors.
Now, I know exactly what it's going to cost to lay a wooden floor down here. It's not that easy. And, you know, the cash register just keeps ringing.
But at the same time, if this is a reflection of what I do in terms
Right.
of design work, you know, it can't all be based on numbers.
So
It
the
has to be
thing
based
is-
on, you know, marketability,
Right.
how it looks, what is it a reflection of in terms of our design work, that type of thing. This is an amazing room. I love the double doors because this would be a great room for the children.
I think y'all are really gonna like the master. But first you're gonna see the second bathroom. It's a nice full bath.
It's gonna be nice once I gut it.
Yeah, this is not going to work. We're going to use this as a marketing tool. We have to be representative of what we do.
Colleen, he's on board.
He's on board.
No,
I don't know how we
I haven't
got there,
signed on the
but-
dotted line yet.
I think y'all really gonna love this master bedroom.
It's a great size. But I have to tell you that I really was thinking of plastered walls and plastered moldings, the real old Southern New Orleans charm. And this is a bit of a diversion from that.
Right.
I think it's a great space. I think the bones are very good. I think it's a very doable thing. But I just, from a design standpoint, I had my arms wrapped around something a little bit more elegant, a little chicer than this. How do you feel about this space?
I like it. I mean, you know, I'm just really concerned that, you know, we're doubling our budget for the purchase price, plus the amount of renovations that we're going to have to do. And it just concerns me that this is actually going to be close to $600,000. It's actually double what we planned on spending.
Coming up, Tim takes a shine to the next place.
This is a good sized kitchen. I like this.
But will it pass the test with Monique?
The window placement is all wrong. I'm
Good operating
not
this one.
crazy about the cabinets. We're not the average client.
No, you are not.
What's going to be installed today?
Well, Bert should be wrapping up the office building off of Maple Drive today.
Monique, an interior designer, is trying to convince her contractor husband Tim to spend more money on a second home in New Orleans.
So I think we're in agreement that we're going to like cap it at 500,000.
No, that was your agreement. That was your saying.
So far, they've seen a condo in the French Quarter that's priced at the low end of their budget. But it's a bit small for Monique, and its location isn't always kid-friendly. Located 8 blocks away in the less noisy Central Business District, the second place was much bigger, but the price point pushed Tim out of his comfort zone.
Hey.
Hey, guys.
So today, they're looking at a place that's a little less expensive.
This is Uptown New Orleans. The nice thing about this property is the Mardi Gras parades will go right by in front of your house. So
Oh, great.
I think the kids would love that.
I think
they'd
so.
like it.
No, that would be great.
This is a single-family home. It's about 2,800 square feet, and
Okay.
it is in
It's a
great
nice
condition.
size.
Yeah, great condition.
Okay.
Even though they said they think they want a condo, they're talking a lot about their kids spending some time here. So I think the single-family home is actually a pretty good option for Monique and Tim.
Okay, so what's this?
Well, right now it's a foyer, but come on in and I'll show you. There's another door over here. So if this was too much space as a foyer,
Right.
Monique, there's a door there, and then that could be an office or whatever you liked.
This is a big dining room. This is a nice size
Yeah,
dining
this is a
room.
lot of
It
space.
is.
I like this.
So when was this built?
The house was built in about 1932, but it's been
Okay.
renovated extensively within the last 2 years. So you'll find the main components like the electrical, the mechanicals are all upgraded. So
Upgraded,
you'll have
right.
new electrical service, new central air and heat.
It's a nightmare to go in behind a home that needs renovations and opening up walls and finding out that your budget just tripled. So it's definitely a little bit easier for me to swallow from a construction standpoint. This is a good sized kitchen. This is the biggest kitchen we've seen so far.
It definitely is.
I could
I'm
operate in
not
this.
crazy about the cabinets. You know, they do
Well,
look like...
we could change the doors on them. You know, we could change.
We might just need to change them out entirely.
No, just
You
change
can't just put some hardware on them and dress them up?
Probably not.
Put some trim
Probably
on.
not, no. You'll see the bathroom is nicely renovated, so not much to do here.
I was not so wowed. The space is nice, but I want to rip the whole thing apart. So this would be the boys' suite,
Got a
per
closet.
se.
Right.
Yeah, this will work.
All right, guys, here's the master bedroom. Nice size.
But the size is good, but the window placement is all wrong. We would have to put plywood all over that back wall. We would block the windows. We would have to fabric the wall. We'd have to build the headboard into the fabric wall because all of this congestion is concerning
And
me.
just like I said, it costs money to do that. So.
Right. But most people would probably just buy a smaller bed. But that's a great idea.
When that's not happening.
Yeah, but we're
Okay.
6
We're
foot
going to be
tall.
doing a
Over 6
king-size
foot.
bed.
Gotcha. I'm sure it'd be fabulous. This is a newly renovated bathroom. Has real marble, natural stone.
Okay, let me stop you. I'm feeling a little bit 80s in here. So as far as I'm concerned, all of this has got to go.
Most people would find this a really nice
Yeah.
space.
We're not the average client. and
No,
we
you
need
are
to-
not. There's nothing average about y'all. But that's good. All right, guys. Well, this is a whole nother floor down here, another 1,500 square feet or more. In New Orleans, our basements are ground level. This space down here is really what we call lanyap, which is a little something extra. This is a real rentable apartment, and
Right.
you'll have students, people that want to be on the parade route, that would pay a good amount of money to rent this space.
Oh, it's definitely got potential.
It's big, it's got good bones. I think the renovation would be primarily cosmetic, which is, I know, making you very happy.
Yeah, I like it that it's been renovated. I particularly like the downstairs potential for the rental property. That can offset a lot of our costs.
Up next, Tim and Monique hash it out.
I liked it. I really liked it. Who wouldn't like to be a half block of Bourbon Street?
I like the fact that the kitchen opens up to the dining room and the living room.
Fully renovated, great rental property on the bottom.
Do you think it took too long for us to decide?
I would love to spend more time with y'all. I wish you wouldn't buy anything yet.
Monique and Tim have been searching New Orleans for a second home that they can stay in on their frequent visits to town and use as a showcase for their design and construction firm's work. They looked at several places and are ready to decide which one is right for them. Their first option is located in the French Quarter. It's the least expensive at $349,000, and it's also the smallest.
It's a half a block off Bourbon Street, which, I mean, who wouldn't like to be a half block off Bourbon Street? But the negatives of that are, it's right in the center of the French Quarter, on-street parking only.
But then at the same time, I think, where are we ever going to get French Quarter charm like that? It did need some work. We'd have to gut some areas. I did like the idea of the carriage house.
But it's an additional $60,000.
The second place is the Warehouse Loft. It's the most expensive at $499,000, but it's located in the quiet central business district.
I love the fact that it's an open space. It's got great parking.
The things that I don't like, though, are like the concrete floor. And I'm not crazy about the kitchen cabinetry. And I'm not crazy at all about any of the bathrooms.
This is the top of the pay range here, and you've already mentioned a lot of things that you want to do differently, which cost money.
Option number 3 is a single-family home. It's priced a little less at $455,000, and it's also the biggest.
Fully renovated. It's directly on a parade route. I really like the kitchen of all the properties so far.
Yeah, it had great lights. The bedrooms are a nice size, but there's going to be renovation there because I'm not crazy about the bathrooms.
Great rental property on the bottom for potential rental revenue.
I'm not crazy about this rental thing. I mean, I didn't go into this with the idea that we were going to become a landlord.
So which one will they choose?
I know the one in my mind that I want to go with.
And I think I do too.
Okay, so you first.
I think I'm gonna have to pick the warehouse loft.
That's the right answer! However, it is the most expensive property that we looked at, and you know how I am when I get into that design mode. I just want to be certain that you're going to be okay with the fact that I'm going to say,
Give me what I want. And I'm fine with that, because I think it's gonna really be a nice property for us to own and share with our friends and family.
I knew once we signed the paperwork on the condo that the demo was going to start ASAP.
Tim and I first discussed what we were going to do, and it grew and grew and grew. I just really did whatever I wanted. I mean, I have to tell you, I did not let budget control this project, and my vision came through.
She basically told me when we started this, just give me what I want. That's all I ask. So I went ahead and mobilized our crews, and 6 days later, we have a fully renovated condo right in the heart of New Orleans.
Look at the buffet, how lovely.
I'm really glad we picked this area. We're in walking distance of everything.
It's really a perfect fit.
And now they have a place to meet with clients and showcase their work.
I love that. Now, you're building into our kitchen area a little banquette.
Absolutely.
Can we do that in a semicircle?
Absolutely.
In our business, Monique and I are always working for other people, making their homes beautiful. It's nice for a change to be able to do something for ourselves. We have been enjoying it really, really immensely.
It's a wonderful idea.